All right, today I'm with Mr. Sam Gluss, Carter's instructor. We are at Laguna Seca. Mr.
Beautiful day
Sam,
out here.
Sam, tell us something unique about you or special about you.
Unique or special?
You're
Well,
both. You're both. You're unique and special.
aw, thanks, Scott. Well, let's see. I've been an instructor with Carter since 2019. I have this very crappy old van that still makes it out here. Um, I've resisted everybody pressuring me to get a 1000, and I'm still riding this old ZX6, which has been working pretty well for me.
That you rail on.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing my best. We've got, I don't know if you've talked to him yet, but we've got Eli over here, who's kind of the guy who really got me thinking more about how I'm using the brakes coming into corners.
Okay.
So that's kind of been the perspective through which I've been looking at riding in the last probably 4 or 5 years, is really focusing on how I release the brakes in corners. That's
Okay.
something that I've been thinking about a lot.
Awesome. So, my next question for you, sir. What is your favorite thing to coach when you're at the track?
I think probably my favorite thing is positioning and orientation, like reference points. I think something that really can make people feel more comfortable, more confident on the track is thinking about where they're looking and when.
Okay.
This can take the track from feeling like it's very tight, you're very boxed in, and there's like you feel like if you go any faster, you're not going to know where to go next.
Right.
To feeling like it's open and you've got the space to push a little further.
Awesome.
Although, yeah, while I'm thinking about brakes and I'm always watching what people are doing with their right hand on the lever, something that I think a lot of people can really benefit from is eyes and timing.
Absolutely. All right, my last question for you, sir. What is your favorite racetrack and why?
Hell of a question. I think my favorite racetrack is probably, I'm going to choose two for different reasons.
Okay.
Number one is Oregon Raceway Park in
ORP.
Grass Valley, Oregon. I don't know how many Californians have gotten up there to try it out, but ORP is crazy. You really have to think about placement and orientation there. Even the straightaways are doing like one of these things. So you really have to be thinking about it because you often can't see where you're going.
Right.
Another track that I think is really challenging and kind of helps people push past their plateaus is Chuckwalla Valley Raceway.
Yeah. Fast track.
Fast track, long corners.
Yep.
Chuckwalla is really defined by these kind of really big double headers that have slightly different geometry depending on which direction you're going.
Right.
And there are so few visual reference points because you're just in the middle of the desert. There's nothing to look at, right?
Yeah.
So I love Chuckwalla for that. It forces you to figure out how to take your time. A really good piece of advice that I got while riding out there is there's no absolutes. You're not jumping on the brakes, going full throttle, which I think, Thunderhill East, for example, we ride a ton. And Thunderhill East, so many corners out there, point and shoot.
Yeah.
Chuckwalla, everything is slow.
Okay.
It reminds me when my dad was teaching me how to drive cars, like when I was 15. He said, you want to drive like your hands are in molasses, right?
Okay.
And Chuckwalla is kind of like that, where you're so slow on the controls because you're going to be, maybe entering a corner for like 3 seconds or something.
Okay, so you said ORP and Chuckwalla.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to pick two.
Okay. So if you guys see Mr. Sam Gluss at a Carter's event, come grab him. He's one of our most passionate coaches. He'd love to help you.
Anytime.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks, brother.